lot of family and friends here. I bet the free booze didn't hurt. But anyway, a beautiful wedding. I need to talk about Shay. Shay was like the perfect baby. I mean, if you're going to be a parent for the first time, we scored. She didn't cry much, slept at night, ate her food, didn't whimper, followed orders pretty much, banged on a lot of pots and pans. She was good. She was a little fighter. I took her to the hospital one time, had some blood tests done on her, and she was not 2 yet. And doc comes in, and nurse comes in, she goes, well, I'm gonna have to poke your finger. And I said, Shay, it's gonna hurt, but it's gonna be okay. So she poked her finger in. She didn't cry, the tears came down her face, and she goes, the nurse goes, I'm done with you. And she goes, well, thank you. And I said, I'd have kicked her in the knee, but anyway. Shay was good in sports. She, everything she tried to do in sports, she did. When she was like 8 years old, she was on a girls softball team, and they called her Stretch because she was the tallest in the team. And they put her on first base, and she never played it before. And this girl throws the ball over, and she reaches out, snags it, and grabs the bag. And I go, where did you learn that? Duh, Dad, there's the ball, there's the bag. Okay. And then she went off and played high school sports. She played basketball, volleyball, softball, very good. She was good. In ninth grade, she was playing with the varsity team. She could shoot three-pointers all day long. When she was real little, she got into music. I remember when she was, before she could really walk, she was in her bedroom playing with her toys. And remember when MTV was good? And remember when it used to actually have good stuff on it? Phil Collins comes on. Shay comes crawling out of her bedroom, sits in front of the TV and does this. He gets done singing, she crawls back in the bedroom. Then she started listening to my music. And when she was about 3, she kept running around the house singing, I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot no deputy. True. She was great, and she went off to college. I remember Vicky cried all the way home. I was kind of happy to have her gone. She had this bad thing, whenever she'd get PO'd, she'd go upstairs and slam her bedroom door. So, about 3 months after she's gone, Aubrey one day was home, and I said, when you go to bed at night and you slam your door? What? Because I ended up, didn't I take your door off one time? Because she kept slapping her. Anyway, she was a doll. She's a beauty. I love her very much. Kevin, on the other hand, I don't know you as much as I'd like to, because you live 600 miles away from me. But I like you. You called me up and asked, I shouldn't tell the full story. Shay's going to know. Called up and said, I'd like to ask you a question. I go, what's that? Can I have your daughter's hand in marriage? And I said, blank, no. And then I waited, and I waited. I said, of course you can. But, do you know what you're getting into? And he goes, yeah. And I said, it's not just Shay, you got to deal with her family, too. He goes, that goes with the territory. So, Kevin, if she loves you, I do too. Dirk and Bonnie, you raised a great kid. You did well. Great respect for the man. And so with that, I'll make it quick and over with before I start crying, which I probably will anyway. I wish you success, happiness, and love. Most of all, love. Cheers. Did I screw it up?
All right, let's get up the best man, Mark. Come to the floor, please. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, if I could just say a few words, I'd be a better public speaker. Alright, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Mark. I'm Kevin's slightly taller and older brother. And I'm honored to be his best man today. So thank you to the parents and everybody involved that put this together. I know it's a lot of work. I did it a few years ago. So a little over 4 years ago, Kevin did me the honor of being my best man. A lot of you were there at the wedding. And he took this opportunity to tell a lot of lies about me, a lot of vicious lies. So I have this opportunity now where you have to listen and I can correct the record a little bit. So allegedly, we got in a fight and I would pick on him as soon as Dirk and Bonnie left the house. And apparently I shoved him into a pencil at one point. And apparently it's stuck in the back of his head, and apparently there's still a little piece of lead in the back there. I just want to say that that never happened. I'm pretty sure it probably didn't happen. Right. He'd probably even tell you that I picked on him when we'd play hockey in the backyard rice rink, and I would force him to play whenever we have an odd number to even up the teams. But the truth is I never forced him to play. What I did was I enabled his budding hockey skills to play with the older kids that were faster and they were bigger, and I was just helping him to become a better hockey player. And it was actually really racist of me, and he never really thanked me for it. That's also where Kevin learned how to avoid physical contact on the ice at all times. So, for his teammates, I'm sorry, that's my fault that he lived to get touch cancer. He could have told a more loving, caring story about us, like the one Bonnie loves to tell. Hi, Bonnie. That when Kevin was a newborn, a couple weeks old, and so I'm 4 years old, I was 4 years old, and Kevin was crying. I don't know what Bonnie was doing, she was off doing something else, and so I picked him up out of his crib. He's a week old, and I'm standing at the top of the stairs calling for Bonnie, as a 4-year-old. And I was like, Bonnie, come help, come help, come help. And she came running, and apparently she was absolutely terrified. Well, the 4-year-old, I don't really know why, that was totally fine. I don't see why she was so scared. But so you can say from the start that I've always taken care of my little baby brother, even when he was crying for absolutely no reason. And now that's Shay's job. I met Shay in Colorado Springs when Kevin and Shay had just started dating, and they came down for dinner with Margo and I, my wife Margo. I think we were the first of the Lohry's to actually meet her. Yes? Oh, all right. So like in retrospect, like Kevin was serious about her, and he was like trying to give her like a really gentle introduction to the Lohry's and the Millers. And I guess there's a lot of us, and I guess it can be a little bit intimidating to meet all of us at once. So you kind of let us in. And by the way, there's a secret support group for spouses of the Millers and the Lohry's. Margie's got a pamphlet to give you. Yeah, that's actually real. There is a support group. Anyways, after we had dinner, and as soon as they drove off, my lovely, very wise wife Margo turned to me and said, "Oh, he's gonna marry her." And I was like, It's true, she said that. And I said, well, how do you know? You just had dinner for like an hour. And she's like, no. I mean, first of all, do you see how they hung out together? Well, she went to Iowa State. Kevin always wished he went to Iowa State. Kevin got the pulled pork with the extra sausage on top, and Shay crushed an entire rack of ribs. But mostly Margo said it was how they act together, how comfortable they were together. And it was just obvious that those two would be together forever. And to close, I don't really like cheesy quotes, but there's one that goes, marriage isn't about finding someone that you can live with, it's about finding someone you can live without. And I don't like cheesy quotes. So I'll say instead of that, it's It's about finding someone that everyone else around you, when they see you together, say they're going to be together forever. So, Shay, welcome to the family. Kevin, I know you like a brother. Kevin.
Hello everyone, I am Aubrey, I'm Shay's younger sister. I just want to start by saying thank you to our parents, Steve and Vicki, for putting all this together, as well as Bonnie and Dirk. This is wonderful, and they are beyond excited for all of you to be here and share this day with them. For 27 years, I've had the honor of having Shay as an older sister. She taught me how to tie my shoes and how to ride a bike. But the most important thing she ever taught me was how to put on a solid dance routine in our living room to 90s music, which we still do. And we did Wednesday evening before the wedding, and you will all get a preview later tonight on some of those routines. Shay paved the way for me on which sports to play and which movies to watch, but she also enlightened me on which Power Ranger was the best. And if you ask her, she will tell you it's the pink one, which I would never know because I always had the yellow one. She also is very enlightened, I guess, on all the Spice Girls. So she can tell you which one has the best style, which one is the key member of the group, and she can also put on a dance routine for Spice Girls as well, which will probably happen later. So when we were younger, we were forced to be friends. Right? Like every sibling, you just have to be friends, you're born into it. But we didn't really become friends by choice until Shay went to college, and it kind of became a back and forth game of writing letters about each other and how important we were, and it was really sappy and gross, but it all happened when Shay left the house. So it was also at this time that we realized that we had such a good relationship and how defensive of each other and how protective of that relationship we both can be. So when Shay said she was moving to Denver, I was super upset about it. She was moving 8 hours away, but she was convinced that it was the right move for her. And at that time, she was so excited, and she was nervous, but she knew that it was the right decision for her, and obviously it was because it conveniently led to Kevin. So, Kevin, to you, I appreciate all that you've done for Shay and for our family. You have kept her love for the Cyclones a top priority. Right? You have fueled her love for biscuits and gravy in the morning. She's very good, fun fact. And also supported the karaoke adventures in the evening, which most of you have probably witnessed at some point or another. But you have also encouraged her to be a top-notch dog mom. Most of you have met Zoe, so she's important too. But you have also introduced her to so many wonderful people who have now become some of her closest friends. So Shay, you've been my best friend for 27 years. I'm so happy you found your person. And Kevin, thanks for being the brother I always wanted and for making my sister so happy. So I love you both. Congratulations. And if you all will grab your drinks. To Shay and Kevin.
Hey everyone, thanks for coming out and spending this amazing evening with us. I know a lot of people made a lot of sacrifices to be here, and especially around the holidays, so we really appreciate that. And this is kind of something we always dreamed of. Do you need to cry? No, they're great. We really appreciate everyone, and we love each and every one of you. So I'm glad that you guys waited patiently in line to let us let you. To let us get you upstairs and everything. It's great to see everyone, but yep, we love you all, and thanks for being here.
Yeah, just to add on to that, this is awesome. It's great to see everyone that you've ever cared about you, loved in one room. It's one of the coolest things I've ever experienced. And extra thanks to our parents, and then also my aunts who decorated the entire place all today and did all the flowers and everything. Yeah. Let's party.
Ladies and gentlemen.